Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Husqvarna YTH 1846 riding lawnmower, but we're not actually working on the lawnmower itself. It's the motor. It has a 33 cubic inch Briggs & Stratton engine on it. This is a real common problem on these motors. These motors are such high compression. There's a decompression lobe on the camshaft, and a lot of times they break off. So I'll show you if your mower does this. That means that lobe, that decompression lobe, broke off the cam. I can show you here. Even the 31 cubic inches Briggs and Strattons are like that too. Here's a cam with that decompression lobe on it. Well, here's one I took out of a motor, and this piece here all broke off of it. This is real common. They're really good motors, but pretty much the only flaw of these motors was that decompression lobe on the cam. Anyways, I'm going to show you a temporary fix. I just mean temporary. I don't want you to do this and think it's going to last forever. Probably all the mechanics out there watching this are calling me an SOB for going to be doing this. But in this around here, our city ordinance is if the grass gets over 8 inches tall, the city mows it and they charge ridiculous rates. And there's a lot of families that can't afford to take their mower in right now to get a new cam put in, and this time of year, all the good shops all over the country are a month and a half out before you can get yours in. They're so busy. So I'm gonna show you a little temporary fix that will get you by so you mow your lawn. But please don't do this and think it's gonna last forever, because it's not. But it's real simple. I'll go grab some tools and I'll show you what to do. Okay, we're gonna take the plug out. Yeah, this happened to them this started last fall, and they put a new battery in, and they thought it was a battery at first. No, it wasn't it. Then they wanted me to they called me during the winter time, and we'll probably need a starter. And I asked them what the symptoms were and everything, and they go, it's probably your compression relief lobe on your camshaft. And they're a nice family. They just live from paycheck to paycheck. And expenses like this right now, they just can't afford it. Not everybody is rich in the United States. And I told them, well, I'll do this for them, but it has to be temporary. So they told me when they can afford it. I got a brand new cam in the box here for them. So when they can afford it, we're gonna do that. But their grass is way over 8 inches tall, and the city's threatening to mow their lawn, and the city, I don't know what the exact amount is, but I know it's probably 2 or 3 times the going rate for yard mowings. But we could either take the top off, the shroud, and where the magnet is on the flywheel, that's top dead center. We tell that way, or we can spin around till I'll show you. I take the valve cover off. When both valves are loose, it's probably a good idea to put a towel or a paper towel in here, because it's gonna drip some oil on your muffler. Let's pop these off. These are 3/8, and that's a glued on valve cover. So just gently pry it loose. Don't warp it. Oil, they take good care of it. The oil ain't brand new, but it ain't black as coal either. So we're gonna spin this around. And that's top dead center there. Now the big nuts are 5/8. Then we need a torque screwdriver for the center lock cap. Need a feeler gauge too. So this valve here, you can see where the exhaust comes out right here. This is your exhaust. And this one here is your intake. I'm just gonna check the gap. It should be like 4 or 5 thousandths. Here's our 0.004 right here. Or metric, it's a 0.102 metric. We can tighten that intake one up a little bit. This little cap screw right here, you loosen that up when you turn this to adjust it. Right there. And don't move that nut. Go ahead and tighten that down. You don't want to mess with the intake, but the exhaust. So there's no compression release on here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to turn this until it's tight. Tight on that valve stem. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this like 1/8 of a turn. About right there. And what that's doing, it's just letting a little air gap between the valve ring and the valve, just a little. You don't want to do this on the intake, or else you'll be shooting fire and smoke out of your carburetor. But like I said, this is just temporary. It's going to save your starter. It's going to save your battery, because after time, the copper wires inside of your starter, when they start getting hot, there's that varnish that's on there that won't let it touch the other copper wires inside. They'll like short out and actually ruin your starter, and it could take a cell out of your battery. So let me get some gasket sealer here, and we'll put that valve cover on, and it should start like a new motor. But don't let this be a permanent fix. It's not, because after time it's probably gonna set that valve ring inside the head, and eventually you have to replace the head. So this is temporary till you can afford to get it fixed, or you might have the money to get it fixed, but all the good shops in the country right now are, this is middle of May. All the good shops are booked out, at least a month, 6 weeks in advance, and you have to cut your grass. The grass ain't gonna stop growing because your mower ain't running. I'm gonna put a new plug in there too. Put some new gasket sealer on the valve cover, and I'll be right back. All right, got the gasket sealer on there. And I suppose some of you are saying, well, you're gonna lose some horsepower. Well, yeah, you're probably losing probably half a horse, 2 horse. But when I get this done, I'll go take it out in the yard and we'll mow a little bit. You're not gonna be able to tell. But yeah, probably I figure you probably lose like a half horse, I imagine. It says 18.5, so it's an 18 horse. But it just saves the battery in the starter. See, it still has a little bit of compression in there, but you're not wearing and tearing the battery and starter out. But like I said, that's a quick temporary fix. Just don't think it's permanent because I don't want you to think that. Cause I like repairing stuff the right way, but just you got to consider sometimes what the situations are. So let me throw the hood out and we'll take it out in the grass. We'll do a little bit of mowing with it, and I'll show you that it still has plenty of power to mow. It's a big 46-inch cut. My grass probably 6 to 8 inches tall too. The city's probably gonna come mow mine too, cause I'm too busy fixing lawnmowers. But we'll go give her a try. Okay, let's try her out. Dude, that's plenty of power. Yeah, it works just fine.